back live. One of the most famous smiles in the history of women's gymnastics, that of Shawn Johnson in 2007. She did something great in Germany with the woman who's sitting to my left. What was Shawn like back then, Nastia?
Just a little squirt. You know, first year senior and just hits it out of the ballpark. Wins the national title, goes on to the World Championships, wins the world title.
You nailed it. But it was a team.
This
My
Alicia
favorite
Sacramone.
moment of that night, right here.
Ah,
Look
she
at that.
sold it. Shawn Johnson, Ivana Hong, Nastia Lukin, Sam Pejic, Alicia Sacramone, and Shayla Worley into the Hall of Fame. And how was the Hall of Fame induction today?
It was great. You know, I think it was something that you'll remember forever, and it was so great to be back there all together with all these girls, sharing that moment, and especially that team finals, winning for the first time on non-U.S. soil. So it was a great competition and a great night.
What do you get when you go in the Hall of Fame?
We got a medal.
Wow.
I remember I turned to Shawn and I said, we didn't think we'd be getting another medal in our lives, did we?
So, Shawn, can you remember what it was like to be on the floor when not only you won the team gold, but then you also won the all-around? Take us back to what that felt like.
Definitely. It feels like yesterday. I remember the World Championships being one of the most monumental competitions for me because I was the youngest. You know, it was my first international, really big competition, and I remember feeling the team aspect of it, having Alicia put us in a huddle and be like, we can do this, and nailing it.
It's interesting because hearing Nastia talk about you, it being your first, you know, she was the veteran. She had been to 3. So in a sense, were you in a little bit of a fog? I mean, you sure didn't compete like that with 3 gold medals, but were you in a little bit of a haze? Like, oh my God, this is my very first?
I'm not gonna lie, Nastia and Alicia and everybody kind of intimidated me because I hadn't been there before. I was like, I wonder if I can keep up with them. But
She's so tall.
I know, right? But no, it was intimidating, but I loved the pressure. I loved the learning experience. I had my ups and downs. I made mistakes. I fell. I had to bring myself back up, and I don't know, it was the perfect starter to the Olympic route.
We all have favorite moments of those World Championships. What's the one moment that stands out in your mind the most?
I would say definitely having Alicia there. I mean, I remember going into the last rotation. She pulled us all into a huddle. We're all really shaken and nervous because we had made mistakes, and she said, you know what? We make mistakes, but we can get back up from it. We went up on floor. Every single person nailed it, and we could just feel, you know, we deserved it. We had gotten it.
I did want to ask you a question. There are a lot of young women here who are in a very similar situation, first-year seniors competing at national championships. Do you see anybody in this field who reminds you of you or who might be a budding Shawn Johnson?
I don't know. That's hard to, pick someone that reminds me of me. I don't know, because I don't know what I really even look like. But it's really cool to see Michaela back out here and Kyla from the team, and then all the new talent that's coming up. I saw the juniors, and now here they've taken it to a whole new level. I'm humbled.
Oh, humbled. All right. Well, we're going to send it back to these guys and see if they have other questions for you. Nastia?
Yeah, I think, you know, looking back at this footage of the World Championships, just less than a year later, it was the Olympic Games. What did you take away from that World Championships, and do you feel like it made you more confident, or did it put more pressure on you going into the Olympic Games as the reigning all-around champion?
I don't know if it put more pressure on me. I think it really just set me up for the Olympic Games. All of us. I mean, it's the first competition we really got to feel all the different preliminaries and podium and individual and team. You know, there's 7 different competitions before you even medal. So just getting used to the length of it and getting used to the team camaraderie. So.
Hey, Shawn, I think you know a guy named Lang Chow, and
yeah.
I don't know if you've been in the gym lately, but he has 2 little amazing cuties that
Yes.
are not old enough to be seniors right now. Why don't you give us a little bit of background on those 2 and just how special they are?
Nora and Alexis, they're absolutely adorable. Nora has been like a little sister to me ever since she came to Chow's, and I'd say she almost reminds me of me.
Yeah.
She's got that power on the beam, and she's just so quiet, and I remember being so shy and I didn't want to talk to you, but they're just powerhouses. Chow has really found some talent in them, and they work harder than anybody I've ever seen, and they're a force to be reckoned with.
Well, this has been an amazing week for you. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame to all of you guys. And I know you've gotten a lot of awards over the last several years, but this one has to be so special, so congratulations.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Okay, back to you, Al.